or is that too another one? In the name of God Almighty, the most gracious, the most merciful. There is a good time coming, a very good time, when there will be peace and prosperity, when there will be justice and equality, when nations will not quarrel, when man will not slaughter man, when there will be love and kindness everywhere. A good time, a very good time. But for that, wait a little longer. Honorable audience, when I turned the pages of history, the events of past centuries started floating in front of my eyes. The entire world was like a desert which was shrouded in the dark clouds of ignorance, cruelty, obscenity, poverty and immorality. But this is not only the story of past, this is also the story of today. Rather, every day of every week, of every month, of every year, I see people crying for justice. Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, I see people crying for equality. Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, I see people crying for peace. Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, I see people crying for their fundamental rights. Every day of every week, of every month, of every year, I see people crying for their life. Yes, I see people crying for their life. Respected audience, whenever we look, wherever we look, we find bullets. Bullets, bullets, bullets. Bullets chasing men. Bullets chasing women. Bullets chasing children. Blind bullets that cannot recognize friends and foes. Blind bullets that cannot differentiate between good and bad, guilty and innocent. The nations are falling day by day. There is extreme terrorism everywhere. Even in the courts, there is injustice. The rich people are making their own code of conduct and code of judgment. Many rulers and leaders are corrupt and useless. They carry off money from their country, and rather than utilizing it in their own motherland, they spend and save it for their own luxuries. We are standing in the middle of both the extremes, like a numb spectator whose job is to clap, shout, dance, and watch the world playing its game. But I am not distressed. I have a hope within. I have a living soul. I have a revolutionary thinking gushing inside my body. Don't be afraid. Have guts to bring change. Have courage to change the world as destiny bows in front of courage. I know the shining dawn is not far. Good time is not far. Spring is not far. But for that, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. The evening redness of the sky, and then the night falls with darkness ruling like arrogance. But then the star appears, or it is brave, faithful heart. The hope is young. The hope is young. The hope is young. Respected audience, in the global war against terrorism, many countries are acting as frontline states. Different steps have been taken to stop all the bad activities like corruption. People are being educated and they are learning to differentiate between good and bad. Because of education, people are getting familiar with their rights and also to what all they have to do and what not to do for making their life successful and bright. In the past, woman was just considered as a child-producing machine, but now she has her own due rights, honor and respect in society. Arab Spring is one of the biggest examples of positive change in the world. Dictatorships are being converted into democracies. Different organizations like anti-corruption, anti-terrorism, and anti-drug have been made to bring all the bad activities to come to an end. Other organizations like Oxfam, Red Cross, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation are working by leaps and bounds to help the poor and needy and also to spread the message of love and peace. Judiciary is becoming stronger and stronger to maintain the best possible environment of justice and equality. Modern technology has made the world like a global village, which has reduced many problems of mankind. Respected audience, being a student, I know where there is a problem, there is a solution. But when I see chaos, mayhem, or another mishap, I become numb, dumb, deaf, cry, and ask, why? Why I have to bear what all that is imposed on me, what all that is done to harm me, to conflict me? Why? Why I have to face problematic play to achieve my freedom? Why? Why I have to bear challenges to get my own right? Why? Why wisdom has to cry out in the street and rascal has to regurg? Why? Why Mother Nature appears and answers? Life is a test of man's temperament. Life is a challenge. Life is a drama, full of sorrows and suffering, traumas and tortures. All the way life is a problematic place, which leads to the panic state of affair, which leads to dungeons of darkness, and in return, a freedom, a true freedom as a conquest is achieved, a true freedom which will remain forever, ever and ever. Therefore, oh my soul, raise, stand both legs, which were once tried to cut off. Oh my soul, make your head up with pride, which was once tried to be headed. Oh my soul, match your eyes with the enemies, which were once tried to crush off. Oh my soul, raise your head and cry. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a dusk, there is a dawn. Where there is an autumn, there is a spring. And that spring is not far, not far. At the end, I would like to say, look, the sun is climbing. Slowly. How? Slowly. Look, the clouds of darkness vanishing. Slowly. How? Slowly. Look, the light is coming. Slowly. How? Slowly. Look, the new dawn breaking. Slowly. How? Slowly. Look, the land is bright. How bright? How bright? I thank you.